Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf, here today in Chadwell Heath at the Ilford and West Essex Model Railway Club. Well, welcome to Chadwell Heath, and yeah, just to set the scene, if you just look through the hedge here, you can see the mainline tracks that head into London Liverpool Street. This is the Chadwell Heath station. You can see the platforms there, and what we've done is we've just walked down the side from the road up there, down these steps, and running parallel to the railway is the Ilford and West Essex Model Railway Club. Now, there's a bit of history with this railway club for me, because my grandfather was actually a member of the club here, and I came here many times as a child, and that must have been, well, it's got to have been 40 years ago at least, and I've not been here since. And yeah, one of the guys that watched this channel is a member down here. I bumped into him at one of the shows, and he said, you know, I should pop down and have a look, and I would be impressed. So we're going to make our way inside. I believe there are some model railways to look at, and also a 7 1/4 inch gauge railway that we can just see in front of us here. Not seen any trains go on here yet, but we're going to make our way down, have a look what's round, and yeah, show you what's here. Really excited to see this one. As I say, it all looks awfully familiar, but yeah, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember a great deal of it. And yeah, as I say, running directly parallel to the main line just here. This layout is named Bolland Road and Turton Green, named after the guy that built it, and one of the founding or early members of the club, and all in N gauge. And been here, gentleman was just telling me, I think he said about 25 years. Quite a considerable older model here, and it's still in beautiful condition. You can see the houses here with the gardens behind, and over the back here the goods yard, and certainly quite a sizable layout. If I just pan down the clubhouse here, lovely nice green scenery all the way down. There's a little sign at the back there that says as seen in Railway Modeller. Then we've got the platform area here. Do like the rock work over the back there with the bridge. Let me just zoom in. As always, my camera doesn't zoom very slowly, so. And here comes the younger visitors' favourite, Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle there. Nice farm scene at this end. And church over here on the hillside. Really nice layout. I am absolutely loving this little tram running back and forth on the upper level of the layout. Very nice indeed. Yeah, lovely little model there. Catch this loco going past. I just spotted the rail car in the station here. Look at that. So running around the ceiling here, we've got Percy. Just waiting for him to come down the side here. Pulling quite a bit of rolling stock. The backman Percy there with the moving eyes. Over the bridge. Very nice. Well, a 7mm fine scale layout here. I'm going to say O gauge just so that if you're not familiar with 7mm you get some idea of the scale. But not working today, not running at the moment, maybe a run later, but beautifully done. Look at the tunnel at the end there, going off into the fiddle yard and then coming onto the show scene. We've got the bridge here, all the trees at the back there, and the sheep on the hillside, and then the layout runs all the way down the clubhouse here. Down to a beautifully modelled station and this wonderful goods yard. And as I say, just here into the fiddle yard, some of the stock that's here. Is that a Challenger over the back there? Looks like it. Yeah, I do like that. Oh, and I love these. Look at the Orient Express carriages at the top here. I think they're Orient Express. And a couple of rail cars as well. One here. That's very nice. There's another layout up here. Unfortunately, I'm not tall enough to see it, so I'm going to lift my camera up and just film across. And while there's no... Well, this is truly stunning. Multi-layers, very, very complex scenery, American outline layout. I'm blown away with this one. This is the kind of setup I'd love to have. The bridges at the front here, as I say, with all these different tracks sort of crossing each other. We've got one climbing up the hill here, and yeah, over the back, sort of the goods yard. I do like the loco, brass loco, just sitting at the top. Hopefully this is going to run it a little bit. Just saying that it should be running today, so yeah, let's come back when this is running. Yeah, it continues into the foreground, in that gives it real depth, real perspective on the layout here, having this little bit at the front here behind the perspex. And what I'm going to do, just while there's nobody in the shot, I'm just going to pan from here all the way down, and you can see the size of this layout. What a wonderful setup.
Yeah, Yes, when we come back.
Yeah. Taw Magna.
Oh, maybe it was in there. Yeah. It's the one you still play, but it's not very good.
And then just at the end here, if I sort of come around the corner, you see how the layout continues. And these wonderful trees that they've got sculpted. And really do like the portal to the tunnel here. It's wood surround. And you can see the locos appearing in the hill scene there, just moving between the trees with the overhead cantinery. And just one last shot over the back there at the trestle bridge. And down the front here, these wonderful little hot rod cars. Just catch the loco going past. Now when I filmed earlier this morning, none of this was running, but thankfully it's all up and running now with 3 or 4 locos going round, and just shows what wonderful track this is. You know, they're all appearing from different directions, and yeah, very well done. Again, just mentioning the rock work as I follow this train along.
I'll just fell straight into it.
So wonderful layout, 7mm scale, and I think, as I mentioned earlier, it's a O gauge. For those not familiar with the 7mm, look at this wonderful little loco moving back and forth. The layout runs. I've just come down this end, and I've just got the bridge here, moving into a fiddle yard just beyond. Some really nice stock in there, and then running all the way down to show the size of the layout without getting anybody in the shot. You can see the size of the layout here. Loving the detailing on the coal yard. I'll just come down behind the perspex so we can get a shot of it in a different angle. You can see the horse and cart, and just to the side of it, the field here with the horses in, and you can see the repurposed coach there. There's either a hut or a clubhouse, maybe accommodation, I don't know. You can see the signals and the lighting package on the layout. I'll just catch the loco going past again. And then over the back here in the platform you can see the rail car that's there, and the sign Bovey Manor. Nice little engine shed, and the platform right at the far end, the memorial and the cars. So just panning back down the layout from the other direction. Very nice.
You got a Bluetooth, you know, is that all? not ballistic. No. Not control. Oh, right. Just trying to take it too well.
Layout here called Ebsworth and Reynoldston. You see the builder's yard here next to the arches for the railway, and the layout, just to give you some idea of the size of this, goes all the way over the back here. Quite a sizable setup. But the trees, I do like these trees, look at those. I wonder how they're made. Yeah, very effective. A brick wall over there where the loco has just disappeared into the fiddle yard, and loco making its way round just through the station. Really do like the station. Now I'm going to come down behind the perspex to film this, and yeah, hopefully it's coming out alright. There's not too much reflection. So again, back to the station. Yeah, really do like the way this is modelled, and looking at the lighting package, lights all across the station there, the signal box is all lit up, and then down here, that's signal lighting just on the side of the track. Coming up onto the upper level of the layout, these houses here modelled with their gardens and the little roadways. And then down at the end here, look at that. That's superb. Very nice indeed. Now following over the back, I'll just show above the rock face over here. Again, try not to get people in the shot. You can see the rock face and the back of the layout over there. The train goes past again. And right over the far side there is the goods yard. What a lovely layout.
We've got a mind of its own then, Joe. Yeah. Hey, stop.
Well, just down the end here is the club's workshop, so I put a little clip in there. Gentlemen here were kind enough to show me around in there, and the machinery was absolutely wonderful. But for somebody who visited this site probably 40 years ago, this is awfully familiar. I mean, I certainly remember going in there with my grandfather, and yeah, I do remember this lean-to as the loco heads out the station again. And I'll just show you the turntable at this end. Obviously I can't get to the other end to see the turntables, but this is one of the three turntables. There's one at the other end of this track, right down the other end of the site, and then one sort of running parallel, which is the other side of the clubhouse here. And yeah, the train goes up, turns around on the turntable, does a run around, runs down the track on the other side of the clubhouse here. Again on the turntable, another run around, then back to the final turntable right down the track at the far end there for its final turn around and run round, and then back here to the station. Well, a fantastic 7¼ inch railway. Been pulled today by a Class 66, little electric driven loco. making our way down behind the gardens here. The signal box on the other side of the track. We'll see that in a moment. And we make our way right to the end of this first track to the turntable. And the loco's going to do a run around. Alright, heading back down the track. At this point we move across onto the parallel rails and just approaching the signal box. Over here we take a right hand curve and off down to the other side of the clubhouse. Following the retaining wall along here, which is for the mainline railway, it's just up there. And again, this track heads all the way down to another turntable. And the loco will do another run around.
No, hurry.
Down past the wagon sheds, back past the signal box, down to the far end, back to the first turntable. The loco to complete another run around. Right, our final run back towards the station. Yeah, looking forward to coming back when there's some steam engines running. Certainly had a wonderful morning here looking around the layouts and taking a little trip on the 7 1/4 inch gauge railway. There you can see the spur off to the left there. Past the bluebells. You see the steaming bays here. And a second signal box. They've got a nice little garden, as you can see. And there is a small cafeteria here if you want a cup of coffee. You can sit out there and sit in the garden and watch the trains go past. Well, I've had a lovely morning here at the Ilford and West Essex Model Railway Club, and yeah, it's been great to look around the layouts. I really didn't expect that. They're fantastic setups, and it's been great going up and down on the 7 1/4 inch railway. Really good fun. Everybody here has been absolutely wonderful, really kind, and lovely to talk to everyone, and thank you so much for showing me inside the workshop. You know, brought back a lot of memories from yeah, when I used to come here with my grandfather. And a special thank you to Peter for suggesting that I come down and check out the railway, and yeah, really kind of you to mail me, and yeah, it's nice to meet you again. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and as always, please check out the channel. Lots on there, and if you can subscribe, I'll be very, very grateful. And with that, I'm going to wrap this one up as the train approaches me, and just say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.